Python classes and objects. The next level to understand after functions are classes. Classes are complicated, but simple ones will be shown here. To create a class object, type class, then the class name. Class names should be names with a capital letter, as that indicates that this is a class object and not a function. To make a simple class object, we have class, then we call this class called simple class. We have a class property, that is our variable called class property, which stores our property value, a string. Important to know that similar to calling functions, but this is called instantiate, or creating an object instance of the class. Here we use object, abbreviated, but you can name it whatever you want, to instantiate our class, called simple class. Now that there's an object, we can get properties from this class. We are getting our class property. We get our property value. A class object with two properties for simplicity, name and age. Classes have a special function that has def underscores, init, and then self as an argument. This function makes the arguments you pass in when you instantiate the class can be used in various class functions, which are now called methods. Here we have a class called human. Our first function is the init. The arguments are self, name, and age. Then we have self.name equals name, self.age equals age. These declare these arguments inside the class, and they can be used for any method you create inside of your class. Here we have a method called love, which takes in self as a parameter, and then we print out it is important to love yourself, which returns a self.name. So whatever name is passed in when we instantiate the class gets printed here. To instantiate the human class, we have a name Alex as a variable, a human class, pass in the name Alex. These two could be very different if you want, and age of 27. We can get the human class properties by calling the variable object dot the property variable we want. We get Alex and 27. You can also call the class method using the Alex named object. Remember, this is a method inside of our class. And we get, it is important to love yourself, Alex, as we pass in Alex here.